The race for the East Division and Conference USA is heating up. We have a great matchup today between two teams in the middle of that hunt. It is the WKU Lady Toppers taking on the Charlotte 49ers at Diddle Arena here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm Jeff Greer alongside John Butler. And John, a great opportunity for both of these teams in this Conference USA standings.
Yeah, and you have the youth of Western Kentucky, 4 true freshmen versus the experience of Charlotte, and we got 2 great players as well tonight.
It's going to be a fantastic matchup. 2 of the top scorers in the conference doing battle today. First for Charlotte, Octavia Jet Wilson. John, she can fill it up.
Yeah, 19 points a game, 4 rebounds a game. She averaged 21 last year. She's up for Player of the Year. It's her 5th year player. And then you got for Western Kentucky, Morel Abdelgawad, 20 points a game, 2nd in the conference, 7 rebounds a game. She put up 34 times this year, and she's another player up for Player of the Year as well.
She has been fantastic this season for the Lady Toppers. Both teams trying to bounce back from disappointing defeats. Western Kentucky coming off of a defeat at Middle Tennessee State, and Charlotte coming off a loss to Old Dominion, a team they had beaten just a couple of days before that. We are underway here at Diddle Arena. A little bit of a lighter crowd today as a winter storm moves through the region and forced this game that was originally slated for tonight up to the 2 p.m. local time tip. And right away, Western looking for a 3 ball, no good, and the Tops come down with the rebound. Abdelgawad inside. This is Foster back outside to Abdelgawad. And another chase down rebound, but this time Charlotte is the one to break out. There's Octavia Jet Wilson trying to get free, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, one of the big keys tonight is going to be pace of the game. Western Kentucky leads the conference in shooting and scoring, 73 points a game. Charlotte is only around 63. Charlotte, if you just watch that first possession right there, it plays that pack line defense, which University of Virginia men made famous. They want the game at a slower pace. Western Kentucky wants to play as fast as you can play. So I think one of the big keys tonight is pace, who wins out.
And it has been a fun WKU team to watch. They get up and down, one of the most efficient transition offenses in the country. As Jet Wilson misses both.
Yeah, unusual. She shoots 77% for the year.
This is Alexis Mead, one of the youngsters on this WKU squad. Jumper on the baseline is good, and Maya Meredith.
Maya Meredith is one of those true freshmen out of Sky High in Kentucky. She's been in double figures 16 of 20 times. She's one of the best freshmen in the country.
4 freshmen in this starting lineup for Greg Collins.
And they're starting off man-to-man, and they will change defenses a ton tonight.
Charlotte trying to find its first bucket, and they do in the corner. Melina Williams.
Yeah, that's a good kick-out 3. She shoots 36%. Good penetration that time by Charlotte.
Just 29% as a team this season from 3, and a good start for the 49ers. Abdelgawad has doubled her scoring average this season. Has had some monster performances. As that time didn't touch Charlotte, according to the referees.
Now in Charlotte, one of the things they trying to do is keep Western Kentucky from driving. Western Kentucky does a lot of ball screens. They're really good at in the gaps and trying to kick for threes or getting to the rim. And Charlotte playing that, I call it pack line, but when I was going to school, it's called saggy man-to-man.
I think pack line sounds a little sharper.
Well, it does. It sounds more like you know what you're talking about a little bit more.
Comes Alexis Mead back to Abdelgawad. As Macy Blevins gets a touch here, the freshman from
Wayne County.
Wayne County here in Kentucky.
It's about an hour and a half from here.
The Tops, of course, wearing their whites with red trim today. Charlotte in their green and gold. A good fight for a board, and Kiki McKinney comes down with it. This is Williams pushing for Charlotte. Turnaround jumper, no good. And John, I'm a little surprised Charlotte seems to really want to get up and down right now.
Yeah, a little surprising at the start right here. I think if they do a lot of that, they're going to play right into, I think, Western Kentucky's hands. That's exactly how Western wants to play.
Blevins gives it off to Meredith. Western just 1 for 4 to start this game off, trying to find Abdel Gawad. All the way to the rim, almost flipped it up and under.
And she is really good at that. She's a really good finisher.
Shooting 38% from 3, 54+% on field goals as Charlotte.
That was Boykin, the Duke transfer, missed that one.
Western having a hard time getting things to fall. Blevins for 3, no good.
Right now, as cold as the weather outside right now, both teams.
A real fight in the middle for Maya Meredith, who ends up drawing the foul as WKU doing work on the glass. 3 offensive boards so far in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, right now both teams, both teams struggling to shoot it obviously right now, and I don't know if the game moving up from 6:30 to 2. It looks right energy right now, and of course there's not a lot of people here because we're on our ice storm warning for those who are not around here. The energy right now is not as high as I've seen in the past.
Western is a team that has been about as good as anyone in Conference USA in offense, shooting the ball well. Top 3-point shooting team, one of the best transition offenses in the country. Off to a slow start at Diddle Arena. Roach inside, had it knocked away. And it's back with Melina Williams, who had a good look.
Had a good look, but that was overall pretty good defense for the Toppers. And there's the kick from Macy Blevins, and that's what she does well. She's the most three-pointers on the team. Shoots about 36%, and in high school, that's what she was known for.
That is her 36th made 3.
Got over 2,000 points in high school. I saw her play at Wayne County.
Big time score. There's a couple of really, both teams have a bunch of players who were 2,000+ career scorers in high school. Charlotte has made a couple of substitutions here, getting a look at Cameron Roach.
Cameron Roach is one of the 2 University of Kentucky transfers.
And the other coming on is J.C. Busick from Kernersville, North Carolina. Typically, that's about the extent of the Charlotte substitution pattern.
They do not play. That's right. They do not play very many people at all. And Western Kentucky normally plays pretty much the entire bench. If you're dressed, you're playing.
And Del Gawad down to 5 on the shot clock. Blevins again. And WKU doing a great job on the offensive glass. Blevins called for the travel.
I thought it may be an offensive foul, to be perfectly honest with you, that time. But Western Kentucky getting good looks that time. That was a great pass by Abdel Gawad. And there's Macy. I mean, she's given up about 4 inches right there. And right there is where I thought it could have been an offensive foul, and they ended up giving the walk.
Charlotte coached by Kara Consuegra. 6 WNIT appearances for the 49ers, trying to get over that hump. Currently projected as a 14 seed in ESPN's bracketology as the auto qualifier from Conference USA. 3 ball in the corner is no good from Roach. And here comes Western trying to unlock Abdel Gawad, but a little too ambitious there from Alexis Mead.
Yeah, they do that a little bit, and they force turnovers, but they make some themselves.
And Western Kentucky on top, leading Charlotte 6-3 through the first 5+ minutes. Well, you don't see it in the arena. It's an ice storm forming outside, but the ice has made its way inside. These 2 teams, WKU and Charlotte, a combined 3 of 16 to start this game off. Jeff Greer, John Butler here with you. And John, we expected it to maybe be a little more difficult, like you said earlier, with the game moved up a little bit. Maybe it messes with their schedule, but what do you want to see from these teams to figure out how to get going offensively?
Well, I think both teams, it'd be helpful to get out and transition a little bit more. I know that's what Western wants to do, Western Kentucky. They're really good in transition, and they got to stop right here and see what they do. But this is what Charlotte does well. They are arguably the best defensive team in Conference USA.
Substitutions during that break as Hope Savory and Gabby McBride check in for WKU. There's Abdel Gawad getting her first bucket.
I don't think we're going to give Hope an assist on that one. She may claim an assist, but there's Abdel Gawad cleaning that up. Hope Savory coming off the bench. She's from Louisville Mercy. Had a really good career there. Was last year on the all-freshman team.
A great freshman season for the Tops. Charlotte trying to get into the lane. Only 10 points in the paint their last time out, and Jet Wilson's going to have to just let it fly. Doesn't matter.
That's why she averages 19 a game. She averaged 21 last year a game.
An electric scorer, All-Conference USA performer last year, and is well on her way to doing it again this season.
And she took advantage of the COVID year. This is her 5th year.
Del Gawad trying to get into the lane. Nice drive. Couldn't get the English right.
Yeah, she normally is really good at those type of shots.
WKU in a little bit of a zone there. Ball ends up into the hands of Alexis Mead.
Yeah, you don't want to leave too many wide open shooters, though Charlotte overall does not shoot it great from 3. And again, just all 4 players except for the person who's on the ball is in the lane basically. It's kind of like playing at football against a team that packs the box, against a running team. That's kind of what it looks like. Good pass that time by Lexi Mead.
Nice work there as McBride flips it up and in. The redshirt freshman from Texas scoring her first points of the afternoon. Didn't score against Middle Tennessee State last time out. 3 ball from Busick is no good. And a real fight on the floor for it ends up with Williams.
Coach Collins not happy not getting that long rebound.
Roach jumper is no good, and McBride tussling with Williams, and it'll be WKU ball.
They're letting them play, which is fine with me. I like that.
Referees today, Brian Garland, Kylie Galloway, and Carla Roberts-Jeter. Hopefully they have a way out of town after this game. I'm a little nervous to find out what it looks like outside.
Yeah, I'm 45 minutes away. Hopefully I can truck home.
There's McBride looking for cutters. Nice pass and a good finish from Teresa Faustino.
Teresa Faustino, her minutes have increased over the last 5 or 6 games. She's an Oregon State transfer. Of course, she's from Portugal. Made a nice cut, but give that assist to Gabby McBride.
Faustino having Portuguese national team experience. A couple of players today have national team experience. That jumper is splashed down from Busick.
Yeah, Busick only averages 4 a game, but she's already taken 2 shots, and with confidence, both of them.
Del Gawad still trying to get going. Inside to McBride. Back inside again. 2-man game
nice
here.
Pass again.
And she got the bounce in. Abdel Gawad. Little English on the glass.
A super pass too by Gabby McBride from the post to the guard there to Abdel Gawad, and she is really, really strong. She's one of the best finishers in Conference USA. Watch this. She'll take up 2 players, just goes right through them and finish it.
And it's been an incredible run for her.
Well, there's very few players that I can think of that she's a 4-year starter, started every game of her career, but not only is she up for Player of the Year, she's one of the most improved players in the country. I mean, when your average goes from 10 to 20 between your junior and senior year, plus you've been starting, that's an amazing, amazing accomplishment.
And one of a small handful, I believe it's a half dozen players who averaged 20 points and 7+ rebounds a game in the country.
From a wing position as well, too.
Really impressive run for her so far this season. And the 14-6 Lady Toppers trying to get to the NCAA tournament with her lead of the way. Out to the right, this is Savory.
So far, Charlotte has done a good job getting back on defense. It's really stopped any I don't think Western Kentucky has had one transition basket.
Savory for 3, missed it just before the buzzer here in this first quarter. Neither team has had much luck shooting it so far. 35% for Western, just 23 for Charlotte. But the Lady Tops will take a 7-point lead into that first quarter break here at Diddle Arena. It has been tough sledding for both. A lot at stake here in Bowling Green, Kentucky today. Here at Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's a big weekend for WKU Lady Toppers basketball. This one, obviously a big one between WKU and Charlotte, two teams very much in the hunt for the East Division title. But there's 3 other squads also in the mix. MTSU, Old Dominion, Marshall, all have either 5, 6, or 7 wins in this league, and back-to-back games for WKU between this one and then ODU on Saturday. John, those are monster opportunities for the homestanding Lady Tops.
Yeah, it is. And Western Kentucky was started off 7-0 in the conference, and they lost 2 on the road last week to UAB and Middle. And it looks like the East Division is the strongest of the division. So both teams trying to get back on the. Really, whoever wins this game will be tied for first in Conference USA, the East Division. Charlotte only has 1 loss.
Charlotte right now with the best winning percentage, despite playing some fewer games. They are in first place. Good hustle.
Great hustle, both teams.
Jalen Foster taking a spill, trying to chase that ball down. It'll end up Charlotte basketball.
Lexi Mead took a big hit too. Lexi's a freshman guard out of California, 5'6", and you talk about having a good year, double figures. 11 points a game, leads the team in assists, and she is you're talking about a firecracker out there.
Really fun player for WKU. And talk about that West Division, John. Only 1 team has a winning record right now, and it's UAB.
That's UAB, that's correct.
Shot clock winding down. Busick
has got off to a good start. 2 out of 3 shots. That was a nice little pull-up jump shot right there.
Seems to have that mid-range going. Off the bench today for the 49ers.
A lot of people don't have that mid-range as much now.
Deza Lawrence, who did not play against Old Dominion, is on the floor for Charlotte out of that timeout.
Yeah, she has not played a lot. They normally only play about 7 players. So it's she didn't stay very long.
It was a short stint.
That's a short stint. That's exactly right.
As Octavia Jett Wilson will check back in, of course.
This team's hard to press too. Now they've got a good player, Octavia Jett Wilson. They just turned it over right there. Their point guard leads the conference at McMillan in assists. So Western Kentucky normally presses, not really pressed yet tonight.
3 ball from the corner, glanced off the glass.
I don't think that was on purpose.
Maya Meredith looking early for that shot, 0 for 2 from distance so far.
Now Western Kentucky, they're going into it's more of their softer press, 2-2-1 press. And they'll normally fall back into some zone out of this 2-2-1. You don't want to go there if you're Charlotte. That's a place where you want to stay away from the corners, and they ran right to the corners, and that's an easy trap. That's a mistake on Charlotte.
One of the best steals teams in the country, WKU.
16th in the nation, I believe.
And cause all sorts of problems. And there's any hesitation with that ball whatsoever. Inside. This is Mead in the corner. Meredith, guarded by Williams. Nice drive. Couldn't get the tough layup to fall. Boykin, nice move. And the finish.
Yeah, Boykin, that's a nice left-hand finish. He's played 4 years at Duke. Averages 12 points a game. Transferred, Duke stopped playing last year. Duke only played like 5 games, and she transferred this year to Charlotte for her last year.
Kara Consuegra has done well with the transfer market.
2 UK players and 1 from Duke.
Inside, Jett Wilson, no good. And now the pace is really picking up. This is Faustino. Trying to Euro step in the lane and had it blocked away rather comfortably.
Probably had the kick to Savari for the 3.
This is Jada McMillan, the jumper, and just a foul right at the foul line.
That was the correct call that time. Pulled up jumper right there. She did get hammered that time.
And Jada McMillan is a player who has racked up all sorts of accolades herself. You hear all the time about Jet Wilson with Charlotte because of that scoring touch. And Jada McMillan's scoring is a little down from last year, but she was all conference, all defense. And Kara Consuegra calls her the spark plug, the heart and soul of this team.
Yeah, she leads the team and conference in assists, 4.9. Averages 9 a game. You're right, she averaged 16 a game last year. That's a pretty big drop-off, but it looks like her last 4 games she's starting to pick it up, 23, 17, 7, and 16.
Big time for someone to start
That's correct.
Catching fire.
And she's a 4-year starter. Now a 4-year starter. She's a 4-year senior, all at Charlotte.
Del Gawad back in the game for WKU.
Charlotte is really, really good defensively. That was supposed to be a back cut, and that really wasn't close on that pass. And you can see this pass right here, nowhere close on that one. Charlotte is, you know, you got to be, this is a kind of a catch-22 with them. You want to play fast against Charlotte where you don't have to play against that pack line, but they also do a really good job of getting back on defense. They're not easy to score in the half court.
Trying to get it inside to McKinney. Good ball movement. This is Jet Wilson. Shot clock down to 6. McMillan. Running out of time here, the 49ers.
That's great defense as well.
Great defense by WKU, and a shot clock violation before the 3-ball fell from Williams.
Got to be really, really aware as a point guard when you play Western Kentucky, because they really disguise their man and their matchup zone a lot. And that time they went zone that time. And you got to be really, really aware of the situation.
Savari trying to get into the lane.
There's not a lot of room in there.
It really is crowded.
That's that pack line. It's exactly what, you know, pack line was designed to do. And that time Meredith got into the lane. Good dish off to McBride.
Good pass there. McBride's playing well.
She really is.
In this first half, 2 for 2 for 4 points.
She averages less than a point a game.
McMillan looking inside to Williams, using tight traffic, but a nice pass to McKinney for the finish.
Kiki McKinney, 4-year starter, 4-year player at UK. She started the last 30 games for UK.
Good rebound underneath from McBride, who's putting in a shift. Blevins has it blocked away.
A lot of contact there.
Another block as Abdel Gawad still working, steps under and got it.
She earned that one. There was a ton of contact against Blevins, I thought, but they're letting them play, which is okay as long as it's consistent. And it seemed to me so far it's been consistent, but you're going to have to earn your points.
Kiki McKinney, the top blocks producer in the Conference USA this season. Nice move inside.
Yeah, that time McBride went for the steal and did not get it. Easy bucket that time by McKinney.
Got a good game here, 2-point difference. WKU started strong, but Charlotte has gotten right back within a possession.
Man, it is, well, he did get that call. I think it was a call, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just out of bounds to Western Kentucky.
And that's where we'll leave things. WKU up 2 here halfway through the second quarter. It's been awfully difficult for both teams to score inside. It's a 2-point game here at Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky. WKU hosting Charlotte in Conference USA action. Kara Consuegra's visiting 49ers. Off to a rough start offensively, but they have made things very difficult for WKU, especially in the lane, John.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of room, and that's that pack line defense. That's what it's designed to do, to be honest with you. take away angles and gaps, and it's not easy to score.
WKU coming out of the timeout, trying to get things going. This is Jenna Walker on the ball. Blevins didn't realize that the shot clock was running down, and a shot clock violation for the 49ers. The bench liked that. Greg Collins and WKU did not like that.
No, especially after a timeout. That's, you know, after a timeout, you usually like to score or at least get a good possession, and you normally do. But that's, again, got to give Charlotte some credit for their defense.
McMillan jumper no good, and Abdel Gawad comes down with it. It's 1-on-5.
They are really good at transition, getting back on defense.
Outside to Walker for 3. No good. That's an absolute scrum for any rebound, and Blevins gets the putback.
You just go get it. And that was, again, you got to kind of give McBride a lot of credit. She kept it alive, and Macy Blevins cleaned that up.
Blevins with 5 points here in this first half. Nice pass inside, flipped up and in from Maya McGraw, who checked in, the freshman for Charlotte.
She does not play much at all, and 6'2" freshman from Gainesville, Florida, finished that one.
Charlotte expanding the bench a little bit in this game, playing 9 players so far, a couple more than normal. 3 ball from Meredith is no good, but a nice cut, and she couldn't handle the pass. McMillan ahead. And Charlotte.
One of the few transition baskets either team has made tonight. And we 21-21.
Tying it all up here at the late stages of this first half. We've had 2 lead changes, 2 ties. Western has led most of this first half. Walker trying to get by Busick. Blevins with 5 on the shot clock. Had it knocked out, and it's going to be Charlotte basketball.
Yep, it just is just got to give, first of all, Charlotte super amount of credit defensively. I mean, the game is being played at the pace that they want it. For sure, Charlotte wants it. And they are locked in on the offensive end, on the defensive end.
Consuegra over there is acting like a 6th defender, John. She is very excited. The team is absolutely invested defensively as a travel is called inside on McGraw.
It's only the 4th turnover of the game for Charlotte. Western Kentucky normally forces about 22 a game.
Meredith from long distance, no good, and McBride again getting a hand on it. She's been excellent on the glass here. That's her 4th rebound. Corner 3 is good from Savory.
What she does well, she's a good shooter from 3. Shooting about just 32% this year, but she is overall a really good shooter.
Inside again to McGraw, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, that has been Charlotte's kind of weapon here in the last few minutes, is the penetration in the lane and then the dish off to the post player. They're getting into the lane. Nice drive that time by Boykin. Got in there, and then, I'm sorry, not Boykin, but that was Busick, and made a nice dump down pass. Probably a good decision to foul that time by Gabby McBride. Not a lot of free throw attempts this year so far by McGraw. In fact, she was, I got her, is it just 1 out of 2 for the year for her, or is it 6 out of 10? I think she's only 6 out of 10 from the line for the year.
Has not played a whole lot this season. Second one, Toilet Bowl rims out, and a foul called underneath. Only 7 fouls have been called so far in this game. But there are 2 now on McBride, which is significant.
Only 7 fouls, but it's not like there hasn't been any contact. There's been a lot of contact. They're just letting them play.
Jalen Foster coming back in for McBride, as McBride will presumably be on the bench the final minute and 14. Inside, Jet Wilson couldn't get the layup to fall. McKinney comes down with it. 3 ball on the putback is good. Michaela Boykin, second chance points, hurting Western Kentucky's defense here late in this first half.
Yeah, that's generally one of the easier threes in the game, is off an offensive rebound kickback.
Foster with the answer.
That's a bonus for Jalen. That's only her second 3 of the year, 2 out of 14.
Foster only started playing basketball in high school.
That's exactly right. Well, no bad habits is what I would say.
Good time to learn some fundamentals. Boykin for 3 in the corner.
She's starting to heat up a little bit.
We got a fun one here developing in Bowling Green as these teams going tit for tat from 3. Now 4 ties between them in the final 10 seconds of this first half. WKU trying to go into the break with the lead. Meredith down to 3 seconds and has it knocked away. Foster, a desperation heave is no good. And that is where things will land. 27-27 at halftime, John.
Well, I mean, it's been a hard-fought game to say the least. Defenses have ruled, but cold outside, kind of cold in the gym, but the effort on both teams is really good.
And that's how we'll leave things. Halftime break coming up. We'll be back with stats and more in a little bit. Back here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, WKU and Charlotte doing battle in Conference USA action. Jeff Greer, John Butler here with you on ESPN+. Getting ready for the second half. We are locked up 27 apiece. John, what do you want to see from these teams? Let's start with Charlotte. What do you think they need to do to get going here in the second half?
Just rebound better. I think the game is playing exactly how they want it. They're doing a tremendous job getting back on defense. Their transition defense is super tonight, and even their half-court defense, but they get back on defense, and they're hard to guard. They're hard to score against on the half-court. From Western Kentucky, it'd be nice to make some shots, I'm sure. You know, that would help. They're only Western Kentucky 11 of 33, only 3 out of 14. And really, it's hard to press and get this game going if you don't make shots. It's really, really hard to press off misses. And the Lady Toppers need a few to go in.
Well, Kara Consuegra will be very happy with the way her team ratcheted up the defense toward the end of that first half. We are underway again here from Diddle Arena. Charlotte going left to right on your screens, wearing green and gold. And WKU wearing white with red trim, going right to left, defending to start this second half.
Man-to-man to start off with, Lady Toppers.
Boykin, first shot is no good. McKinney came down with a rebound. And outside now, Octavia Jet Wilson trying to get going. Just 3 points in the first half.
I want to call it carry that time.
And the turnover on Jet Wilson.
She thought, I think she thought it was just a hesitation dribble, but you can see it right here on the replay and see if I think that was probably the correct call right there.
She was arguing that it was a hesitation move, but the
works at the park now. I mean, but I think it's not called a lot, but I think that was the correct call.
Levens for 3 opens the scoring in the second half.
It's Macy's second 3 and give Lexi Mead the assist on that one.
Has to be frustrating for Jet Wilson, averaging 22.7 points a game in league games. Nice pass inside from McMillan to Williams.
Yep, they got out of the trap. They looked like they were in danger that time, but once they split the trap, then it was basically Charlotte had that advantage.
Melina Williams with 5 points for Charlotte. As Jalen Foster gets the jumper to fall, she's got 5.
Yeah, Jalen is another true freshman, and we talked about earlier, did not start playing to high school and has pretty much been a defender and a rebounder, but that's her 5th point, 1-3 and 1-2. It's almost like a bonus when she scores.
This is Jada McMillan. McKinney with a nice find, a Jet Wilson, a nice cutback door.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to give a great player is an easy basket, where maybe they can get them going. So that's a big basket that time by Jet Wilson.
Jet Wilson now 2 of 5 from the field. This is Maya Meredith. Macy Blevins trying to spur on her team here. Alexis Mead, shot clock down to 8. Foster for 3, short. Good hustle from Mead, but it ended up with Charlotte. Jet Wilson trying to get in the lane. Nice kick back out for a 3-ball, missed it. And Charlotte playing a little volleyball to stay on the offensive glass.
It's not a lot of, just, you got to earn your points tonight.
Adele
That should be a block. No call. But there's just not. To be honest with you, the game is called very consistently. It just, you're going to have to earn your points. It's like the old men's Big East league. No blood, no foul.
Shades of Hashim Tabit and Dewan Blair.
Yeah, and I like it, to be honest with you. Here comes the Western Kentucky in transition.
Adele Gawad had Mead ahead of her, but just finishes it herself.
And that's how Western Kentucky scores a lot in transition. I haven't had a lot of that. A little spurt to a 5-point lead.
Adele Gawad quickly 4 points in this second half, up to 11 for the game. Nice pass underneath, and Williams finishes.
Anytime you help up the lane, unless you're taking a charge, you're going to give up probably an easy basket. And that's probably four layups that Charlotte has scored this game just on that little play.
10 assists on 14 made field goals for Charlotte as Blevins fires up a 3.
Good block out that time by McKinney.
McKinney has done some work inside. 4 points, 4 boards, 3 assists for the center for Charlotte as Williams goes 1-on-3 and draws the foul.
Well, that rebounding advantage that Western Kentucky had at halftime is quickly evaporating because Charlotte has gone to war on the offensive boards. See this move right here by I think that was McMillan, and another offensive rebound. That time it was Melina Williams.
And it looked like for a second, I think the referee thought there was going to be a timeout called, but they are shooting free throws. Williams makes the first. Just 2 of 7 now from the line today, Charlotte. And that is the difference. Would I at least give them the lead, actually, if they had been a little bit more judicious with their free throws.
Been a pretty good free throw shooting team, 71%.
Here's McBride. Gabby McBride had a great first half, trying to do some work in the post. Gets it back, guarded by McKinney, who leads the conference in blocks. That's not an easy guard for anyone to try to score on. Del Gawad just had to fire it up. Blevins missed it. And it'll be Charlotte basketball.
Again, another good stand by Charlotte. Forced a tough shot by Macy Blevins. She had to shoot it into the shot clock.
16 scores in 36 possessions.
Yep, tough
so far today for WKU.
It's tough going.
Good interception there from McBride. Got a hand on it. And Mead trying to take it all the way to the 10, drew the foul.
That's how she's played all year. She's coming off back-to-back 17 points a game. And first-year player out of California comes in right here. Watch this drive. One thing about Lexi Mead is I call it she plays fearless. She is not very big, but she is not scared to go inside and make contact and take to the basket.
Couple of free throws coming for Mead and couldn't get the shooter's touch there.
It's not easy being a freshman. I mean, true freshman point guard. There's a lot of responsibilities that go in that position.
He's an all-state product in California, of course, difficult to do. Set her high school record for assists in a season as a freshman, so you know she can dish it out. Del Gawad gets her hand on a steal there. This is Blevins ahead. And a good bucket for Western.
That's what Del Gawad does so well. 53 steals, top 10 in the country at one time, and good drive that time by McMillan.
This thing's really picking up pace.
This is what Western Kentucky wants.
Savory right back in the other direction.
This is the Lady Toppers pace.
And it's like they just opened the gates here on a horse race, John.
That's exactly right. We played at a snail's pace there for a while, and this quarter has really opened up.
Well, get ready. We've got a fun finish coming. The final 14:34 coming up here through the third quarter. Western Kentucky up 4 with 4:34 left. Back at Bowling Green, Kentucky, at Diddle Arena, where WKU and Charlotte are locked in a tussle. 41-37 is your score. WKU on top. Jeff Greer, John Butler here with you. And John, we're just joking. It's like someone threw an Alka-Seltzer in a bottle of Coke, because this thing just has fizzed over completely in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, the pace really picked up, which is exactly what Western Kentucky wanted. Western Kentucky had 3 fast break points at halftime. Now they're already up to 12, so 9 this quarter. Also, 15-2 points off turnovers. Western Kentucky with the lead, and that's what Western Kentucky does well. They force about 22 turnovers a game.
And they have sped this thing up quite a bit. He's been in the lead for most of it as Meade. A nice drive, and she draws the foul off of the Meade basket.
Yeah, when you're 5'6", you're going to have to be able to finish against some tall timber. And watch this little ball screen right there, and she goes up and does a great job of getting her body into Jada McMillan and then finishing. And then finish the three-point play. And that enables Western Kentucky to set up their pressure.
WKU trying to unsettle this Charlotte squad that loves to play at a slower pace, as the lead is widened out to 7 points. Big possession here for Charlotte. Busick for 3. Missed it, but a nice rebound from McKinney.
And that's what she does well, McKinney.
McMillan in the lane, got it.
Those second chance points are killers. And a good job by Charlotte keeping that ball alive.
Savory trying to find her way under the basket. This is Meade for 3, just off the back iron. And McMillan comes down with it. They are really letting these teams play.
That's exactly right.
Boykin.
A lot of jump balls by some officials. They're letting them play. Whoever gets you get one tug, and then it's a jump ball.
I mean, it's 10
fouls
called.
Yeah, I know. I like it. Let them play. But it's not over physical in terms where nobody's taking any cheap shots. And there's another nice play that time by Lexi Meade on the dump down to Gabby McBride. This is the best I've seen Gabby McBride play.
6 assists now for Meade, and McBride up to 6 points. Jumper no good for Charlotte, but Busick comes flying in and draws the foul on McBride. Or no, it's going to be on Abdel Gawad. That is going to be her second foul.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds is this quarter. That's what is keeping Charlotte alive. They've been very aggressive on the offensive boards, which is what Western Kentucky was doing in the first half.
They've grabbed 10 of the 24 available offensive rebounds. A good clip as McKinney flips it up and in. 6 points for her. Savory on the drive to the baseline. Blevins the corner 3, got it.
Great baseline pass too by Hope Savory. They work on that all the time, a baseline drive and dish to the corner, and that's Macy Blevins' third 3, I believe. She's up to 13 points for the night.
Big scoring boost from Blevins as WKU shows a 2-3 zone. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Busick. Had some room in the lane, but got it knocked away. Savory, nice find to Abdel Gawad. And she draws the foul on the fast break.
Yeah, that was a good pass by Hope Savari. Led her right to the basket that time. And Williams saved the layup here on the foul. Nice, watch that nice lead pass right here to Abdelgawad.
WKU getting some breathing room here at Diddle Arena in Bowling Green. Back here at Diddle Arena, where WKU has spaced itself out a little bit from Charlotte in a critical East Division Conference USA matchup. Up 8 here with the final 1:49 of the third quarter to go. And John, it has been some really good passing and finds for Western Kentucky that have helped them get some easier buckets.
Yeah, and I think Lexi Mead has played really well this quarter. Her assists and also her finishes. And Macy Blevins, a couple threes, 13 points. Those two freshmen have really been instrumental. And also Gabby McBride for the whole game. Those three freshmen have played really well for the Lady Toppers.
Mead up to 6 assists in this one, and Abdul Gawad at the free throw line coming out of the break. Up to 12 points, 6 boards, 3 assists for her. She has been
filling the stat line there,
yeah,
all the way across.
Always a target, no matter who they play. They know that she's someone who can fill it up. And she gives her team its biggest lead of the game.
Western Kentucky switches back to man. You got to really watch what you're doing as a guard when you play against Western Kentucky, because they will switch defenses in a heartbeat.
The runner is good there from Jet Wilson. She just has 7 points.
Been very quiet, but she can score. One of the reasons why she's averaged 20 a game last year, 19 this way, not only can she shoot threes, she's really good off runners and finish and so forth. Good all-around score.
Charlotte would absolutely love to get her going.
She had 40 twice last year.
Unbelievable score. 8 20-plus point games this season as McKinney racking up another block for her. Conference's #1 blocks producer, and a nice find there from McMillan.
Yeah, that's why McMillan leads the conference in assists right there. It's a good dump down pass.
She's got 2 assists today. And Williams was the scorer for Charlotte. Final 40 seconds of this third quarter. It's been a physical, fun game. Abdel Gawad.
Good hustle by Macy Blevins. What a play right there.
All the way back to Savari. Now 4 on the shot clock. Mead's got to get it up, and it's off the rim. No good. That was a scramble possession from WKU, and now Charlotte has a chance to get it back to a 1-possession game, headed into the fourth quarter, down 6.
Got to watch the penetration and kick right here.
Abdel Gawad read the pass nicely. Can she beat the clock? She can. A big play to finish the third quarter, and WKU takes an 8-point lead into the third quarter break.
And gets the ball to start the fourth.
A monster play from Abdel Gawad, 15 points for her, and the Lady Toppers are out front. WKU's defense has made a huge difference today, forcing turnovers on more than a quarter of Charlotte's possessions, and they just finished the third quarter with a big one from Maral Abdel Gawad.
Yeah, incredible momentum shift for that. They could have gone, Charlotte could have got it within 4, now it's 8, 22-2 points off turnover, Western Kentucky with the lead. It's an incredible stat.
Big difference in this one as WKU trying to get it to a double-digit lead here in this fourth quarter. Both teams coming into this game were coming off losses. It was a frustrating experience last time out for Charlotte, just 45 points and a 9-point loss to Old Dominion.
3 days after beating Old Dominion.
3 days after beating a team that is very much in the mix in this East Division, and WKU lost to Middle Tennessee State. They were down 11 at halftime. It trailed by as many as 18.
Yeah, they were actually the last 2 games they were down 18 and came back both times. So you know, they're always, especially when you play this style, always capable of getting back. And there's Maya Meredith, another one of these true freshmen with a big 3.
Capable of getting back and capable of spacing out in games too, as they're doing here very rapidly.
They have what people would call spurtability.
Up 11 as McKinney, nice turn in the lane for the bucket. She's got 8.7 boards. And a critical stretch here for both teams. Western Kentucky can put this game on ice, and Charlotte is going to want to get a couple stops here, see if they can get their offense going a little bit more.
That's a nice curl right there.
Curl action from Meredith, couldn't get the jumper to fall.
Good split that time by the post player. You normally don't see the post player bringing it up. That time McKinney, and she did.
McMillan in the corner. This is Jet Wilson. Dodges one defender, but couldn't get the runner to go. And it's been a frustrating afternoon for Jet Wilson.
Yeah, and she's coming off a tough game too. I mean, she only had 6 points in her last game against Old Dominion. Only went out at 10, I believe, from the field. So, you know, these players aren't machines, and she's played plenty of big games up, but struggled a little bit tonight and the last time she played. She's coming out of the game right now.
3 of 7 with 4 turnovers for Jet Wilson. Just has not been able to find much space to operate. And a couple substitutions coming in for Charlotte, including Deza Lawrence now, along with Busick. Boykin all the way to the rim.
Borderline. They're going to call the foul on Western Kentucky with the block. It was close to almost an NBA. That may have been a push off by Boykin. You see her go to the basket right here. See that little shove right there in the back on Macy Blevins? Yeah, and Macy was calling for that, and don't really blame her for that, to be honest with you.
Michaela Boykin up to 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, the Duke transfer.
Got a really smooth stroke from the line, 85% from the free throw line.
Redshirt senior from Clinton, North Carolina. Missed the second, but a good effort from McKinney on the offensive glass, and she'll go back to the free throw line herself.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve for most coaches that I know of. You do not want to give up offensive rebounds off of missed free throw because you're already inside anyway, and a good job that time by McKinney kind of shoving Foster out of the way. That is a no-no normally.
Kiki McKinney from Knoxville, Tennessee, we mentioned earlier, a Kentucky transfer, has done just a little bit of everything so far today for Charlotte. She's got 2 blocks, right around her season average, a steal, 3 assists, 9 rebounds, and now 9 points for the 49ers.
Western Kentucky could use a basket.
Meade. Nice find back out to Blevins for 3. Missed it, but look who's there. It's Meade again.
Smallest player on the court. Got into the lane and made the nice pass, and then just kind of stuck around in there and got the offensive rebound. That is pure effort.
All kinds of energy from the Moreno Valley, California native.
I've never seen her play without energy.
And she's only a freshman,
yes.
John. You got to figure that WKU
it
feels pretty good about having the keys in her hands for the next couple of years.
They've got a tremendous under the radar recruiting class. I mean, the freshmen, 54% of all their scores come from the freshmen, and that's with Abdelgawad averaging 20 a game.
Good fight under the rim there as Meade ends up taking a hit.
She took a big hit right in the face. Gets right back up. No problem. I mean, this is Big East. This is the Big East of the 80s and 90s.
Potentially big swing here as WKU gets the ball back off the missed free throw. And Blevins for 3, in and out.
All the way down. That was a good inbounds play right there. Put 2 players on the corner, and then you had 2 people dive to the basket, and oftentimes the defense will suck into the middle, and that left Blevins wide open. She just missed it. Went all the way down. Almost should give her like 1.5 points for that one.
It'll stay with the Tops. Inside to McBride. Lots of traffic there. Finds Meade off the inbounds. And finally, Charlotte is able to track down the ball and get a chance to cut into this deficit. They trail by 8 here in this fourth quarter. Nice find to McKinney. Outside to Boykin for 3. Jet Wilson with the putback, couldn't get it to fall.
Charlotte's dominating the boards right now.
And Jet Wilson and Meade jostling for the ball. A hard fall for both of them. The foul is going to be on Meade.
Yeah, great effort that time, and that was 3 offensive rebounds, and they're going to call that on Meade. Good effort that time.
Greg Collins is frustrated with the use of
Look like a little
arms.
Yep. But it's been consistent. I mean, it's been a very consistent refereed game. I have no problem overall with it. Been consistent.
At least you know what's probably
you got to play through. Yeah, you got to play through the contact.
Busick, foul line jumper. They practice those all the time.
She has made 3 really nice pull-up jump shots. Now the lead is down to 6. Charlotte is not going to go away. They're too good. Too many seniors on. They got a lot of experience on this team. They're not going to just wilt away here.
Meredith off the curl, fadeaway jumper, missed it, but McBride with another rebound. Outside Abdel Gawad, missed it, and Meredith comes down with it.
Both teams' offensive rebounding has been impressive.
McBride, nice pass outside to Blevins. Blevins on the drive, flipped it up, couldn't get it to fall. And McKinney has her 10th rebound of the game. Final 5.5 minutes of this game, a lot on the line, as Boykin couldn't get that 3 to fall, and McBride hauls in the rebound.
There goes Abdelgawad, got the angle. She is really good with her body. She got the angle on a break. That's one of the few times tonight Charlotte did not get back on defense.
Abdelgawad up to 17 points for WKU.
And Western Kentucky switches back to a 2-3.
McKinney step back jumper, missed it.
Another rebound by, I tell you what, Gabby McBride's asked to coming out. And I think the coaching staff is going to ignore her. Play through it. You're playing too good. Now they're going to take her out. I never asked to come out because I was scared I wasn't going to ever come back in.
Meade trying to get in the lane, missed it. And a chance up 2 on this break here to get some quick points, and good foul there from Blevins on McMillan.
That was a true foul. I think Macy's shaking her left hand that time.
And that's where we'll leave things. When we come back, it'll be an 8-point game with Jada McMillan going to the free throw line, a chip away at this WKU lead, but Charlotte has some work to do to make up for this deficit here at Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Final 4:39 on the clock here at Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky. WKU and Charlotte in a big-time Conference USA matchup. Jeff Greer, John Butler here with you on ESPN+. John, it's been tough sledding for Charlotte in this second half. They haven't really been able to get any closer despite all the work. What do you want to see from them here maybe to get back into a one-possession game?
Well, they're doing a good job on the boards. That's the one thing that's got them back in the game. Their offensive rebounding has been really, really good. Again, it comes down to they've not shot the ball near as well, and they're going to have to do a much better job slowing down. So this quarter, this half, Lexi Meade has been super at the point guard position.
Here's Abdel Gawad off the rebound. Thought about trying to get out in front on the break, but it ends up with Meade guarded by McKinney. Mismatch in the post as well. Slipped through the hands.
Right through her hands that time.
Big possession here for Charlotte, down 7.
Back to a 2-3 zone by Western Kentucky.
Charlotte just trying to get on the same page here. Lawrence all the way to the rim, had it blocked away. Nice effort from
They
Williams.
still have Jet Wilson out of the game.
4 on the shot clock. Lawrence just has to fire it up, missed it. And that is not the shot they wanted in that scenario.
No, Jet Wilson does not, and Lawrence does not play much at all. Less than 5 minutes a game, too. And this is kind of the critical point of the game, under 4.
Blevins out front. Off to Abdel Gawad, guarded by Boykin with 7 on the shot clock. Meredith has to get it inside. Meade was wide open.
Well, it's with an 8-point lead coming out of the break. It's back-to-back turnovers for Western Kentucky. Did not even get a shot.
A couple of quick subs here for WKU to get their guards one last quick break as Hope Savory comes on along with Jenna Walker. Trying to buy a couple of possessions perhaps for their 2 guards as Greg Collins is talking to Maya Meredith and Alexis Meade right now. Inside to McKinney, flipped it up and in.
Yeah, that was some miscommunication for the Lady Toppers.
And Kiki McKinney has a double-double today for Charlotte, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Abdel Gawad has not been able to get a lot going to the rim in the half court. And there's a turnover on Blevins.
That's 3 straight turnovers.
And it really was truly 2 possessions as Maya Meredith and Alexis Meade are back on the floor.
Yeah, and he sat there, Coach Collins sat there and didn't even watch that possession and directly talked to both of them.
5-point game, a huge opportunity here for Charlotte. Boykin in the traffic now, Jet Wilson. Nice pass to McKinney again for the flip up and in, and it's a 1-possession game with 2:15 to play.
Another basket off penetration and dish. And now the 3 straight turnovers, and Charlotte has converted the last 2 times down. We got a ball game down the stretch.
15 assists for Charlotte today, 11 layups. And a couple of big ones have them back very much in this game, but Alexis Meade not worried about that.
And looked like he probably got hit in the eye that time as well.
Meade has 7 points and 6 assists, and it feels like she has 50 and 45.
That's exactly right. Big impact on the game.
5-point game, the final 90 seconds. McKinney outside to Boykin, a big one. Got it!
That's her 3rd 3, and I thought McKinney probably should have shot it, but she went ahead and made the assist.
Maya Meredith all the way to the 10 and a big answer.
Answered by the freshman.
This thing opens up. McMillan has her legs.
Yeah, that's the right call. They're going to call the block that time on Foster, and that's the correct call. 1:15 left, and both teams, Western Kentucky, here's the drive, and that is the right call. Almost was nothing, to be honest with you.
McMillan will go to the free throw line.
I was going to say Western Kentucky has 4 timeouts left. Charlotte has 3, and I expect a lot of timeouts down the stretch.
A Raleigh, North Carolina native, 2 for 4 from the line today, now 3 of 5. Her team is just 7 of 15.
And this is, these close games down the stretch right here. The seniors and experience of Charlotte versus the raw youth of Western Kentucky.
It's a 2-point game, 75 seconds to go between 2 of the top teams in Conference USA this season. A huge opportunity at home for WKU to move up the standings in the East Division. Meredith had it knocked away.
That's the right look, just got it deflected. Just trying to make the right pass.
Charlotte can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Boykin, no good.
And that was on target too.
Ends up back with McMillan. 40 seconds left. Corner 3, Jet Wilson air ball. And it's off Charlotte.
I think there's going to be a timeout at Western Kentucky where they can advance it to half court, but very fortunate. Charlotte got 2 great looks from their best players, Boykin and then Jet Wilson, and just missed them.
Max effort on these last few possessions. And this is shades of how Charlotte's win over Old Dominion went.
And
last week, they blew an 11-point lead and held on to win by 3. Western led by double digits, and they're up 2 here in the final 34 seconds.
And last year, they played twice. Triple overtime. Western Kentucky had a last-second shot to beat Charlotte, 100-99, and the other game was 64-63. So they have a past history of playing these tight games. You would think with as many of the seniors, we're not talking about just, we're talking about fifth-year seniors and fourth-year senior, redshirt seniors, that Charlotte may have a slight advantage against a team that's so young as Western Kentucky. But these freshmen are not really freshmen in February.
Right.
And you notice the kids have taken the last couple of shots for Western Kentucky have been freshmen.
It's a big opportunity.
And I will say this, because I've seen the Lady Toppers play a little bit more than I've seen Charlotte play. There is not many coaches better in these situations, coming out timeouts and these half-court situations late in the game, as Greg Collins. He is really, really good. I would be surprised if they don't get a good shot.
Trying to notch their 15th win of the season, their 8th in the conference. Meade will inbound it for WKU. This is Savory, tied up.
Good gracious, they call it a jump ball.
And they call a jump ball. No. There's multiple decisions here.
What he's going to call is that Charlotte was standing out of bounds at the time of the jump ball. It looked like to me a whole lot of arm that was being grabbed.
Charlotte at 6 fouls here, 4 in this half, so they would have to.
Yeah, they're going to have to
knock WKU a little bit here if they want to get.
Yeah, there's a 4-second differential in the shot clock, 3-second. They're just going to let it run out. I think it's a little bit of a gamble right here.
Very much so. Meade into the lane. Fires it up, missed it. And there's 5 on the clock here. They've got to hurry up. Charlotte, they've got 4 seconds and finally calls a timeout.
Oh, no, they're going to call the foul.
Foul is called on Meade.
Yeah, Charlotte was calling timeout.
And that is some serious confusion there. Everyone in this arena was waiting for Charlotte to call a timeout. They have timeouts. They can use them.
And right here is the, boy, there's not a lot of contact there either.
They have 3 timeouts to use.
Wow.
And instead, Boykin will go to the line to shoot free throws.
Shoots 85% for the year.
The first one is the big one and got it.
Well, she got the roll. The dance all over now. What you got to do from the Lady Toppers perspective, you got to box out. The last time this happened, Charlotte got the offensive rebound.
This one will tie it with 1.8 on the clock. And she got it.
They will call timeout and advance it to half court. I thought what was going to happen once the Lady Toppers missed their shot, that Charlotte, now sometimes you can get it and go and you can get a good shot in transition. But since you can move it to half court, I thought that's maybe what they was going to do, and they never did do that, and kind of got bailed out on a foul, about 75 feet from the goal.
It was Alexis Meade who got whistled for the foul, and it was Michaela Boykin.
Clutch free throws. Yeah.
2 huge free throws for a team that's just 10 of 18 today from the line.
And it's hard to argue with, it's hard to really criticize Lexi there, but you really, when the clock's running down that way, you don't want to be that close, to be honest with you.
I mean, John,
they were calling timeout.
Everyone was waiting for that.
Yep.
I mean, you've got your center under the basket with the rebound with 6 seconds left. I think everyone is wondering, when is the timeout coming? Even the coaching staff was kind of hesitant.
Yeah, and then they started calling timeout. It was just
very bizarre.
It was bizarre
sequence, but nevertheless, it's a tie game.
1.8, you can get one dribble and a shot with 1.8.
Blevins will inbound it. Meade, no chance there. Had 2 defenders on her, and we are headed to overtime. Charlotte and WKU tied up at 63. WKU led by 11 points in this 4th quarter, but Charlotte has come back to tie it. Overtime coming up next here on ESPN+. Not quite sure anybody expected this game to arrive here at overtime, as Western Kentucky had an opportunity with 2 seconds left, 1.8, to get something from Alexis Meade, but a tough proposition there. And we are headed to overtime when WKU led by 11 in the 4th quarter on these visiting Charlotte 49ers. Jeff Greer, John Butler here with you. John, Charlotte had to scratch and claw its way back into this. And
it was 59-51 at one time with about 3.5 minutes to go, and Western Kentucky had 3 straight turnovers. And then the unfortunate, from a Western point of view, the foul with 1.8 seconds, about 70 feet from the basket. But give Charlotte credit. They came back, and give Boykin credit. 2 free throws down 2 with 1.8 seconds to go. That's not easy to do. So these teams are used to playing close games.
Last year they played 2 decided by a total of 2 points. A pair of 1-point victories for WKU. And now they will settle this one in overtime. They went to 3 overtimes in one of those games last year. While Abdel Gawad got the game winner in that one, as a foul underneath will get Jet Wilson to the line. Western has never lost to Charlotte in Bowling Green. They're 15-0 against the 49ers. They've won 7 straight in this matchup.
Charlotte has obviously a chance to break that streak, 15-0, and Charlotte is leaving the conference within a year or two, going to the American, so they may not play many more times here.
Well, they're trying to finish this regular series with a flourish, John, with overtimes galore, as Jet Wilson, who's averaging 19 a game, 23 a game in conference, only 9 points today, but her team's balanced scoring has helped them stay in this game and now take the lead. Abdel Gawad has her shot blocked, and it's off of her as well.
Yep, a lot of contact that time, but no call, and the block did go off. You notice this right here, it goes up, and that's a good call. There was no contact that time. It did go off her shoulder. Correct call by the official.
7 blocked shots today for Charlotte. WKU in a 2-3. In the corner to Boykin for 3. Got it. That's a big one.
Yeah, she's feeling it, especially after you make those 2 free throws to send it in overtime.
17 points for Michaela Boykin. She tied it up at the end of regulation. And Meredith whistle for the offensive foul.
Don't call the charge. Boy, I don't know about that one. That's not a call you like to get at home, I can tell you that. Let's see right here. Not bad. That's one of those. Those are tough calls. Those are 50-50 calls. And they got it that time.
Greg Collins trying to spur on his team.
Depends on who you're for, whether or not you agree with that one. Back to a 2-2-1 press by Western Kentucky. This is the biggest lead of the game, I believe, for Charlotte. 5, isn't it?
It is. Down under 4 minutes in this overtime period. This would be a big win for Charlotte on the road. And Jet Wilson makes it an 8-point lead.
They left open their best player, wide open from 3.
Savory trying to drive the lane. Back out to Meade. Just have not been able to get much separation. Corner 3 from Foster is long, missed it, but Meade missed the putback. Stays with WKU. Abdel Gawad draws the foul underneath.
That is only, from the Western Kentucky point of view, that's only their second foul of of the fourth quarter in overtime. They don't reset it for overtime.
And it's a turnover. Jed Wilson. She's got one with her. It's Boykin. And she flipped it up and in herself. It's a 10-point Charlotte lead.
Big run at the worst possible time for Charlotte. It's 12 in a row.
And this game has just flipped on its head, John, almost out of nowhere.
I do think the experience of Charlotte has made a difference, and just judging by some of the body language of Western Kentucky, a little frustrated right now.
I mean, they were in the driver's seat,
yeah, that adds
especially
to it. Yep.
In that third quarter. They got that distance. It was tied at halftime. The lead ballooned out. And like you said, they were up 8 in the closing moments of this ball game.
Just did not finish. Now, it's not over. It's still 3 minutes to go, so Western Kentucky can get back in the game. But going to have to start making some plays. And they're more than capable.
Boykin guarded by Jenna Walker.
Back to a man-to-man. They've given up 2 straight threes out of that zone. I think that's the right call by Coach Collins.
Inside to McKinney, had it knocked away by Foster.
It's going to be a walk right there. Yep.
And a travel called, much to the dismay of Kara Consuegra.
It looked like she got it caught on her back that time. It was a clear walk that time. She got the ball caught on her backside that time. You watch right here. Yeah, that's a walk. It looked unusual. It may not have been a walk. It was an unusual dribble. She tried to go behind the back, but kind of lost it.
Savory and one.
That's back-to-back scores by Hope Savory.
And we talk about momentum shifts. All of a sudden, WKU has a little bit of mojo here. And a chance to get it to a 5-point deficit after trailing by 10 just a minute ago.
Yep. Charlotte late that time on the help side, and Hope Savory goes in and gets fouled on the shoulder.
Makes the free throw, 10 points for Savory. And the crowd that has found its way through all the rain and ice and everything is trying to urge on the Lady Toppers as Savory is whistled for a foul.
And that should put McMillan, I believe, on the line.
Jada McMillan, 4 of 6 so far today from the free throw line, 10 points, 5 assists.
She is a cool operator out there.
Absolutely.
You can tell she's played a lot of basketball throughout the years. 66% from the line.
First one rolls in for.
They do they do play like they played a lot of games. I mean, they do look like redshirt seniors and fifth-year seniors. They do have a calmness about them.
Second free throw missed. Pulled down by Foster. Jump ball called. And the possession arrow favors Western Kentucky.
Going to have a 30-second timeout, I believe, by Charlotte.
It is a 30-second timeout. Charlotte wanting to set its defense up 6 with 2:13 to play. If you're in that huddle with Greg Collins, what's that message, do you think, for WKU's coach here?
I would like to get the ball to Abdelgawad, to be honest with you. She's been quiet in the last, played really well in the third quarter, but she's been quiet. If you can get her the little ball screen action, let her drive to the basket, and Savory, Macy Blevins on in the corners. Maybe we can get a little Western get a little action that way. The problem is this is their bread and butter. I mean, defensively, setting down on the half court and guarding people, and that's why they're not an easy team oftentimes to come back from.
Final 2 minutes of this overtime period. Charlotte coming all the way back in that fourth quarter, trailed by as many as 11. Abdel Gawad in one.
They got it to the player that they wanted to that time. That was a nice little wrinkle that Western Kentucky ran that time. Good find that time by Hope Savari. And she made another play. Give her the assist, and watch this finish right here by Abdel Gawad. And now the lead has a shot to go back down to 3. That's quick, too. It was a 11-point game at 2:58. Now it's down to 3.
The senior from Cairo has 20.
Got her average.
Her team is down by 1 possession here at the press on. Big possession for Charlotte. Jada McMillan working the screen action with McKinney. Now Boykin, 5 on the shot clock. They got to get something headed to the basket. Boykin just fires up a prayer, missed it. The offensive rebound to Jet Wilson. Another offensive rebound, and McKinney draws the foul on the putback.
That happens a lot if you watch basketball games. Like a last-second long shot, it's a desperation. Oftentimes it comes off so hard that time, and then the scramble, oftentimes it's actually to the advantage to the offensive team.
13 rebounds today for Kiki McKinney, including 5 on the offensive glass.
16 offensive rebounds as well for Charlotte.
And that has just been a killer today. The 49ers, 13 second chance points. Abdel Gawad had the ball knocked out of her hands at first. Blevins for 3, missed it.
That's a good shot for her. Maybe shot a little quick.
WKU trying to turn the pace up on this a little bit, and a timeout called by Charlotte.
Looks like another 30-second.
It is a 30-second timeout here with 1 minute exactly on the clock. And Charlotte will have the opportunity to try to draw a foul and get back to the free throw line. They've started really poorly from the free throw line, but they have picked it up here in this second half, John. They have been so much better from the free throw line, 4 of 6 in overtime.
Of course, the 2 big ones descended into overtime.
Absolutely.
You know, Charlotte should not have, to me, they should never have a problem getting a shot off late in possessions or games because they got a really good point guard, Jada McMillan, and they also have Octavius Jet Wilson. They can get a shot off at any time.
It's McMillan with the ball in her hands, guarded by Meredith. Drives into the lane, and it's stolen by Savari. Can Western turn this thing around late? Mead for 3.
Got
it! It's a 1-point game with 43 seconds to play.
This game is never over between these 2 teams, ever.
Just when you thought this game had been done and dusted for WKU, Charlotte came back and tied it. And just when you thought Charlotte was in command up 10 in overtime.
Offensive foul on McMillan.
Right back comes WKU, and now they've got a chance to win this game with 26.2 to go in the ball.
Offensive foul away from the ball that time. Hope Savari drew that. It's going to be another timeout, I believe, by Western Kentucky.
And Savari has put in a shift defensively.
Yeah,
she has really worked today.
She has played extremely well. I think they're going to. Okay. They're going to look and see if this was a possibly intentional foul. Upgrade it.
That would be significant.
I just missed the replay. I think they were showing it while we were talking to the referee. I wish we could see if they could bring that back up. Here it comes back up again. Let's see if we can see it. It's off the ball.
And it was Mead, actually.
Mead, that's right.
And McMillan trying to get separation on Mead.
Couldn't really see a clean look at that, to be honest with you. It definitely was a push-off, I'll say that.
So if nothing changes, it's at least a foul, and it'll be WKU ball out of bounds at half court.
That is correct. And
if they do change the call,
sending the other referee to get a third opinion on this, and that means sometimes that means there's a little bit of a dispute. Two of them look at it first, and this could be the tiebreaker.
Brian Garland leading the conversation over there among the officials. This is a different look there. Just
I got her underneath the chin now.
Corner there.
Yep.
Alexis Mead and Savory both. And again, John, you look down at the stats, Savory and Mead have 1 steal between the two of them, but that does not tell you at all how disruptive they have been defensively.
They are, and this is a monster call. Now they're having a discussion. If they upgrade it, it's going to be 2 shots for Western Kentucky. That's the big. It's either going to be a common foul, take it out, or Western's going to get 2 shots, down 1, and the ball. And that's a big. If they're going to talk to the coaches, I think they're going to get 2 shots in the ball.
This is a big moment here in this one.
Okay.
So it's a common offensive foul. And that means that WKU will simply have the ball to take it out. Down 1, 26.2 to go, and a chance.
There was definitely a
discussion.
there was a
lot of discussion.
That's exactly right. So this is a right down the wire right here. Western Kentucky has played so many games like this, and they've had several comebacks this year too. So they're not. This is not uncommon for Western Kentucky, and obviously we've already talked about it. It's not uncommon for these 2 teams to play this way.
It wouldn't be the WKU Charlotte game without some crazy finish here. Mead catches that pass in a trap between Boykin and McMillan.
Yeah, on the sideline. That's not where you want to be when you're 5'6". No.
23.4 to go. Blevins, Mead, Savory, Abdel Gawad, and Meredith are on the floor for WKU. Abdel Gawad, one of the top scorers in the country with the ball in her hands, driving the lane, and she's called for a travel.
Yep. That was Abdel Gawad versus Jet Wilson, too. The two the better players in the. And here's the call. I think it was the correct call. 1, 2, 3. I believe that's correct.
She is furious on the sidelines with that call.
That's Western Kentucky had it. That's who you want the ball with, Abdel Gawad, to be honest with you. But that's not an easy drive against that pack line, and still a long time to go. It's still 15.6 now. Charlotte will get the ball at half court. They do not want to bring it full court against the Western Kentucky pressure. So the Lady Toppers, obviously, when you're down 1 under the shot clock, you either got to get a steal or you got to foul. Regardless, even if you foul, you're going to get the ball back with a chance to tie. That's the good news. And that's what I like about the women's game. You do not have this in the men's game. The timeouts will not advance you in the men's game. I do like the women's game, which is exactly how the NBA does it.
Gives you much more of a chance for catch and shoot situation.
Absolutely. Now, the way Western Kentucky plays, these side out of bounds plays right here are not easy to get into.
15.6 left in this one. The shot clock is off. Charlotte will inbound it in their own forecourt.
They got it in.
And it's Boykin who has it. Gives it off to Williams.
Got a foul.
And at some point, Western has to foul.
Yeah. Got a foul.
To Boykin, and finally the whistle goes with 6.3.
Yeah, it took too long to foul. Now, to be fair to Western Kentucky, it's not easy to foul in this game.
they've got to earn the foul.
You got to earn
today.
the foul. That's correct.
Only 29 fouls called when you add in the extra 5 minutes played in overtime.
And this is you got Jet Wilson at the line.
2 for 4 today, 14 points.
What I would worry about with Western Kentucky, it's a big advantage with McKinney over there on the block against Macy Blevins. If he does miss it, you got to be really, really strong going for this rebound.
And she makes it 6.3. and a timeout called by Western Kentucky. And WKU will get an opportunity to draw something up. They are down 3 with 6.3 to play.
They'll have one timeout left.
And it's a 30-second timeout. John, what do you think Greg Collins is looking for here?
Well, you got plenty of 6.3 is forever. I mean, it's not like you have to make a quick pass and shot. I mean, they obviously had to have a 3, and this is one of the times where Charlotte should get out of their pack line, and they're going to have to come out and just extend on everybody. So Greg Collins, I do know he likes flare screens. I wouldn't be surprised to see a flare screen. That's the screen that comes from the side to free somebody out. But I don't. You could take a 2 and foul. I mean, that's possible if it's real quick. I think he's probably going to go for a 3. The only way, the reason why I say a quick 2 is you can get the ball back at half court in the women's game with the timeout.
It's Blevins, Mead, Abdel Gawad, Meredith, and Savory, all shooters who can make a shot from distance for Western Kentucky, and it's almost turned over. It is plucked away by Boykin.
And that is the youth of Western Kentucky right there. And these are sometimes the growing pains. It's, if you look out on the floor on that position, 4 freshmen. I'm not talking about red shirt. I'm talking about right out of high school freshmen versus the 4 seniors from Charlotte, and just was not able to get the ball in bounds that time.
A big play from Boykin to go ahead and get the steal with 4.4. And how fitting is this for Charlotte that Boykin is the one with the opportunity to make it a 2-possession game, as she has, after tying it with 1.8 in regulation with a pair of free throws, and she makes them twice again here. Mead across the timeline fires up a shot at the buzzer, no good, and that is your final. Charlotte comes all the way back from 11 down in the 4th quarter to force overtime, and then holds off a WKU surge after Charlotte had built a 10-point lead in overtime to win 79-74 in Conference USA action. Your final thoughts, John?
Hard-fought game. Tough one to lose for Western Kentucky. It's hard to lose when you give up an 8-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Those are the ones that you lose sleep over. But well played. Give Charlotte credit. They stepped up and made big free throws down the stretch. And give Western Kentucky credit. They were down 11 in overtime and came back and got it within 1 and had a chance to take the lead. So, you know, both teams, I think, will get better from that, but these are tough ones to lose.
The last 3 times that Charlotte and WKU have played, 2 of those games have gone to overtime. 2 of them have been decided by a point. So we know that it's always going to be very interesting between these 2 teams, but Charlotte is the one that claims the win. They move to 6-1 in Conference USA, 10-7 overall, and the WKU Lady Toppers fall to 14-7, 7-3 in Conference USA play. They are back in action Saturday right here on ESPN Plus against Old Dominion at 2 p.m. Central Time. For John Butler, I am Jeff Greer saying thank you so much for joining us. A fun afternoon, and hopefully everybody gets home safe.